Is it as powerful as people say it is, or is it another
Yes.
overhyped trend?
No, it is probably the best anti-inflammatory food that you can consume because it has very high levels of curcumin in it. Curcumin, powerful, powerful anti-inflammatory. Ginger is as well, because ginger contains curcumin as well, but in a little bit less amount than turmeric does. But both turmeric and ginger, both wonderful holiday spices, maybe ginger a little bit more, gingerbread cookies, all the good things there. But these are such powerful anti-inflammatory agents. You want to restore health and positive mood. I would say definitely consume turmeric. But the key to the turmeric for the body to assimilate it is that you should be consuming it with black pepper, because black pepper increases the absorption of the curcumin by about 2,000%. This is oftentimes why you see it in supplement form at the store. You'll see that it also contains black pepper with it, because without that, the liver starts to flush it out of the body and it doesn't actually assimilate it. So always consume your turmeric with black pepper, whether you're having it in the powdered spice form or if you're buying it fresh, cutting it up and throwing it into your cooking. It's actually a little bit bitter. Doesn't always taste the greatest. I mean, you can make it sweet based on what you put in it, but if you're not used to cooking with turmeric, I would definitely start with a supplement form of that. Maybe just take a few little black peppercorns as you have those supplements.
Hey, great. Now, I'm enjoying this conversation, but before we dive deeper into the conversation, I got something amazing to share with all my listeners. Don't go anywhere. Don't go running for the turkey or the nuts right away. I want you to come back and get some more of this edible information. We'll be right back. Now, I know you want to dive into this conversation a little bit more deep, but like I said, I got something amazing to share with all my listeners. Imagine earning every time your friends, your family, and even the neighbors that you may not run into all the time shop online. No need to imagine. This opportunity is so real. I want you to join us now and start earning for years to come. Like I said before and in previous episodes, I myself have started making money from this opportunity, and I don't want you to miss out on it. Hashtag earn while you shop, hashtag passive income, hashtag make money online. I want you to check out the link in the show notes to learn more. Go there now. Now back to the show. Okay, we back, everyone. And, over the break, I got a chance to talk with Myra some more about some, incredible things. And I mean, this conversation has been so insightful. I was just telling her that, there was a lot of things that I knew, but now I'm getting just more information that, it's just so simple and it could be easily replaced into what you already do during these holidays. And man, one thing I admire about your work, Myra, is how you emphasize the connection between mind and body. As someone who's transitioned from studying the immune system to the mind-body wellness, what inspired you and what made you make that shift, and how has your approach evolved over time?
I wish I could say that it was just a conscious choice because I wanted to do something different. But the reality of the situation is I was diagnosed with pretty debilitating fibromyalgia, and it caused a tremendous amount of changes in my life. I was in the point where I really needed a big change at that point anyway. I was working as a research scientist and immunologist, and a lot of what that entails in preclinical testing is animal research. I was at a point that I no longer wanted to slaughter hundreds of mice a day in the name of doing research to try to find cures. I'm like, this really psychologically, in an ethics way, it made no sense to me how we can justify killing hundreds of creatures on a daily basis in the name of health and well-being. And I always knew that there had to be a better way out there. And the universe started to take me on that path. The thing is, when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, none of the Western medical treatments made me better. But at that point, I was already a meditator. I was already doing a lot of spiritual practice. And I had already started on this new path in my life that was very transformative and positive. So when Western medicine didn't make me better. And in fact, a lot of the stuff made me feel physically worse. I just walked away from that approach completely. And I used mostly a platform of mindfulness and meditation to completely heal myself naturally. Like, I do not have a trace of fibromyalgia today. It was like it never existed. And this is something that doctors say there's no quote unquote cure for, and something you're going to face your entire life. That's just absolutely not true. Anything in the body can be healed, whether Western medicine knows the path to get there or not. But it takes a lot of introspection. It takes a lot of emotional healing, doing a lot of shadow work, facing your fears. Things that come up in the body are always unresolved emotions that we haven't dealt with in the past. So it's going to force you to like do a really, really deep dive on yourself. Yes, there's things that we can do, like having these proper foods, which are going to improve our mood naturally. But for deep, sustainable health and well-being, like, you really have to dive into your faith, to understanding yourself, to your confidence in God and a higher power, and just have like rock solid willpower that you are going to find a path and solutions that work for you. I love meditation. I really do credit it with most of my healing journey. I do recognize that a lot of people don't like to meditate, or they don't have the patience, the perseverance to stick with a practice long enough to make it meaningful for them. That's why I like these simple things like with food, because we all eat food every single day. And it's just such a small thing that we can do to improve our mood and our mindfulness without doing that deeper dive. I really hope that food is a little bit of that entryway into mindfulness that are going to make people curious to learn more and maybe dive deeper into practices that are going to have more of a transformational benefit on them overall.